Yo, what's up guys? Welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be taking a look at some new Yu-Gi-Oh cards. I can't believe I'm saying this. Material actors are actually getting some support. And this card right here is so complex. They had to actually draw out how it actually works. Like, Yu-Gi-Oh is getting insane. And on top of that, we got new zombie support, which I'm actually really excited about. I love the artwork on that card. But anyways, let's go ahead and get started. These are the final cards for DIFO. Anyways, let's get started with the material actor support. Let's see if it's actually good. If you guys don't know, there's like 2 cards, I think, of this whole archetype. I don't even know why they're getting some support, but it better be OP. So it's a normal spell card that says you can only activate 1 card with this card's name per turn. Detach an exceed material from a card you control. Then, if that card detached material was sent to your graveyard, you can set it to your field. What? That is wild. Oh, it has material actor in its name, but it's not even for them. This archetype, by the way, if you guys want to know, I actually had to look it up. I was like, wait, they only have 2 cards, and guess what? They only have 3. And it's not even specifically for them only. Whatever. Anyways, next up, though, we have the Musu Maru. This is the card that's so weird. Okay, so it's got really, really funny artwork. It reminds me of... what was the things that would go booba? It was some like kids show. That's what it reminds me of. Anyways, this is a rank 6 fire machine exceeds effect monster. 600 attack, 3000 defense points. Materials are 2 level 6 monsters. It says at the start of your opponent's battle phase, activate this effect. Roll a 6-sided die, assign the next 6 main monster zones on either field from the perspective of this card that is in the main monster zone, a number from 1 to 6 clockwise, and move this card to the zone assigned the number of the die result. It's so complex, man. If there is a monster zone this card is about to move into, attach it to this card as materials. If it is exceed monster, transfer its materials so it absorbs the cards. That's wild. If this card has more than 6 materials attached to this way, the controller wins the duel. Oh my gosh, a new instant win, dude. What? That is so funny. This card cannot move into a zone, or if there's a monster in a zone that is about to move into it and cannot attach that monster as material, send this card to the graveyard. Wow. That is, so it has like a lose condition kind of, because it just gets sent to the graveyard. And does it have to be from this effect? Because okay, it has 6 or more attached. Wait, if this card just has 6 or more exceeds material attached this way, so you have to hit it 6 times? That's like, do you know how like impossible that is? So it has to survive for that long. This is gonna be the hardest win condition ever. Like the fact that it's a 1 in 6 chance of it rolling on the exact zone, and then you have to do that 6 times, and it's not even its effect can be activated multiple times. It's at the start of your opponent's. Dude, this is good luck. And ain't nobody pulling this up. Please, someone send me a replay if you actually pull this off. And no hired actors. That's like impossible. It's cool though. Okay, so to explain how it works, so it has from the perspective of the player. Okay, this is crazy. I like the creativity though. Okay, so we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so like, because the zone that you summon it to matters, but you don't roll until later. I wish you could like roll the dice and then summon it, but that wouldn't make any sense because the effect wouldn't even apply on the field. What the? Okay, so if it's from here, it goes this way. Oh, so it always goes like up and to the left for the start, I think is how it works. And then like if it rolls on any of these 3, then you just lose the game. Now I'm wondering if someone else controls it, like what happens? Can they link with it? Because at that point they would just go main phase 2, oh, link with it, right? Like, because if it lands on their board, or does it just absorb it and it moves back to itself? There's a lot of weird things with this card. This is too big brain. This is like, we need to make a video dedicated to that card. That card's awesome. Okay, drop a like on it for our crazy boy. What is his name again? Musu Maru, best card ever. Anyways, next up we have the Midday Sentinel. Oh, I remember we had like Silver Sentinel. Was that the only one we got? So this is 2300 attack on Earth. It's a warrior. It's level 6. 1500 defense points. You can set this card from your hand to your spell and trap zone as a spell card during the stamina phase of the next turn. After this set card was destroyed and sent to the graveyard, you can special summon this card, then destroy all cards your opponent controls in the same column as it. I mean, that potentially could be. I thought it was just going to be destroy all cards your opponent controls. Like, okay, this card, legit, I'd run it. Next up, we have Mari of the Shore. Because there's that new card that pops cards, like, from your hand. It pops. It's like a hand trap that pops cards in the as a hand trap. Could be good. Anyways, Mara of the Shore, level 4 Water Aqua effect. Here is the artwork, 1500 attack, 1600 defense point. Looks like it's also a rare card, but that's OCG anyways. You can only use this card's name first and second effects once per turn each. The first part of it is if this card is normal or special summon, you get to send one Aqua monster from your deck to the graveyard, except for Mari of the Shore. Good effect. Second part is during your end phase, you can tribute this card, then target one Aqua monster in your graveyard, except for Mari of the Shore, add it to your hand. If it could just be instantly tributed, you were looking at S tier. Now it's like end phase, you gotta wait. It still could be a good card, but it's just too slow. Anyways, there's some lore form. What the heck are these little water guys? We've got a little, it looks like one of those things that you flip inside out. If you guys know what I'm talking about, those little octopuses. So Yamatako Orochi is a level 1 water sea serpent tuner effect monster. 0 attack, 800 defense. If you use this card on the field as synchro material, you can treat it as a level 8 monster, level 8 tuner, okay? And you can 1-for-1, that's amazing. A second part of the effect is a synchro monster that uses this card as synchro material gains one of these effects based on its original level. So if it's 8 or less, it gains 800 attack and defense. 9 or more, if it attacks a defense position, you get to do piercing. I just like it because it's level 8 tuner. The bonus stats, sure, it's not bad. The next card is the new zombie support. So Entombing Casket Sarcophagus is a dark zombie effect, level 4/0/0. And here is the artwork on this. And it says you can only use this card's second effect once per turn. First part is when this card is destroyed in battle with an opponent's monster, you can take control of that opponent's monster. And if you do, that monster becomes zombie type and its attack and defense becomes 0. Second effect is when a zombie monster you control is destroyed by battle with an opponent's monster and this card is in your graveyard, you can banish this card to take control of that opponent's monster. And if you do, that monster becomes zombie type and makes its attack and defense become 0. So this is like a snatch steal, almost reminds you like the Gradles, but Gradles are just better because it keeps the stats. At least it doesn't negate the monster's effect, so that's kind of nice. This card is very good, like potentially if we were talking way back in the day of Yu-Gi-Oh! When floaters actually existed and people would be like, I don't know what your face down is. I mean, setting it is like, when we do like set this card pass, I guess I could crash into something, but then if I take that monster, the stats are 0, so I can't make instant great use out of it. If this card had like, you don't take battle damage from battles involving the monster, then you could just summon it crash, right? And I think that'd be like a more viable way to actually use this card, because zombies, they can spam the board and be kind of cool to be like, all right, I use Book of Life, Zombie Master, bring back this card, and I crash all of my monsters into yours, and then I have all of them. That would be maybe potentially good, but because it becomes 0 and you take the damage, I think it's a little bit lackluster, a little bit outdated. That's my opinion though. Next up, we got the surprise prank over here called the Surprise Chain. So it's a quick play spell card. Says you can only activate one card with this card's name per turn. Activate is a chain link 2 or higher. Apply the following effects in order depending on the chain link number of this card. You can activate this card if multiple cards with the same name or the effects of such cards are already activated in that chain. So 2+, activate a number of cards from the top of your deck equal to this card's chain link number and place them on the top of your deck in any order. 3+, send the top card of your deck to the graveyard. 4+, to draw one card. So you get to apply it. So you get to excavate, then you get to stack. I mean, this could be potentially good for some archetypes, but like you'd be like the drawing one just replaces it, so you'd be able to search through some of your cards. That would be like the advantage, and then maybe mill one would be like the plus of it because you get to draw one. It's a hard sell. If this card just at least said draw 2, I think people would try it, but because it's 1, it's a kind of a rough thing. Next up though, this card is the Dream Pillow Para Somnomia. Here is the artwork on it. Looks like it's an equipped spell card that says you can only use the first and second effects of this card's name once per turn each. So the first part of it says during the end phase, you can activate this effect, destroy the equipped monster. Okay. The second part is if this card is sent to the graveyard as a result of the equipped monster being destroyed, you can spell summon one Parasomnomia token, level 1, attack and defense 0 with the same original type attribute as the monster that this card was equipped to. Then equip this card to that token. Very interesting effect. I thought it was going to be able to like reoccur and like you would be able to add it back to your hand. I don't know if people would really run it because it's like end phase is too slow, but next up, we have Pawn Shop Ledger Book, which is a normal trap card that says target up to 2 monsters your opponent controls, banish them until the end phase, then your opponent gains 1,000 life points for each card removed from the field by this effect. I would rather just run like something that negates the summon in the first place, and it has to be monsters. If it was just cards, then it would have a little bit more utility. The whole part of your opponent gaining life points could be interesting because you could use something like a reverse burn, and then you can reverse burn. This is one card for 2,000 points of damage, and it banishes them, and so it's a stall card too. So I think this card has some potential, maybe reverse burn, but I haven't seen anyone play that in a long time. Next up, we have Vivid Tail, which is a normal trap card that says you can only use either this card's name first or second effect per turn, only once that turn. The first part of the effect is target one card you control, return to the hand. Second part is if this card is in your graveyard, you can target one face-up card you control, set this card on your field, but banish it if it leaves the field. If you do, return that face-up card to the hand. You cannot activate cards or effects with a card's name of the card returned to the hand for the rest of the turn. That, like, ruins the purpose of, like, reusing it, unless, of course, you're going really slow at opponent's turn. I don't really like that effect, but, you know, that's just because, you know, trap cards. But this card, I like it. This card is the best card in the game. Someone, please, if you get gameplay, I will give you a huge shout-out. Feel free to send it into AzneyesReplays@gmail.com, like a replay file. Or you can hit me up via the Discord if you guys aren't already in the Discord. This card, it's just too meme, dude. It is the best. But anyways, thanks for tuning, guys. And if you enjoyed the video, drop a like on it. If you're new here and you want to see more new Yu-Gi-Oh cards in the future, subscribe, turn the bell, and you'll see more. And I'll catch you guys in the next video. And I'm out. Peace. Dude, that card is so good.